Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'm Matthew Barlow and this is Barlow Barbecue. Thanks for coming by. Today we're going to be doing some ribeye steaks on the Weber Kettle Grill and it's going to be good. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to dry brine these steaks, and all that means is you're going to add some salt a few hours before you're ready to cook. You can do it the morning of, or you could do it as up to an hour before you're ready to cook. You just want to give the salt enough time to kind of absorb into the meat before you throw it on the grill. So I have some regular kosher salt here. I'm just going to put a little bit. You don't need a lot. I'm going to start by just sprinkling a little bit on the top. Get a little bit more on this back one here. Don't need a lot. And now I'm going to just flip these over and do the same thing on the other side. It's probably better to go a little bit more conservative than too much salt, but there. That's all there is to it. Now I'm going to take these and put them back in the fridge until it's time to cook. Alright, let's take a look at how I've got my Weber Kettle Grill set up for today's cook. So this big thing right here is called the Slow N Sear, and that's available from Adrenaline Barbecue Company. I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. Basically what this is, if you're going to be doing a long-term smoking, this is really good because you can fit a lot of charcoal in here and it'll burn slowly over time. Now today, because they're steaks, we're not going to be doing a long cook, but what I will need is, because I have 3 large ribeye steaks, I'm going to need a lot of surface area to sear those on. Alright, and I'll touch on that in a little bit once we get going. But for now, I'm going to use this Slow N Sear. And over here, I just have some tin foil laid down on the grill grate below that, and that just helps keep some radiant heat in and keeps airflow coming in through this basket right here. So that's how I've got this set up right now, and I'll see you in a little bit when we're ready to get the charcoal going. Alright, while the charcoal is getting ready, I want to talk to you real quick about the technique I'm going to use for these steaks. It's called the reverse sear, and it works really the best for thick cut steaks. And so the idea is, you're going to take your steaks and you're going to do them indirect. You're going to do those slow and low until they reach about 110 degrees. And then when they reach that point, you're going to put them over direct heat and finish them off. Alright, so you'll see how that happens in real time when we're doing it. So right now I'm just trying to get my enough charcoal going, so I'm shooting for about a 225-230 degrees for my grill temp, and that's going to be low enough. I'll put my steaks over here and let those cook indirectly. It'll probably take about 30-40 minutes for those, and then when they're ready, then we're going to put them over direct heat. Okay? So that's the idea. Let's see what happens. Okay, looks like our charcoal is ready to go. I just added a little bit more charcoal over here, which will light over time. And that's just mostly in preparation to get us some nice heat going for when we're ready to sear the steaks. I've got a little grill temp probe right here. Got some wood chips on there, so I'm going to close the lid, being sure to put the vent side over on the side with the meat. Now it's just a matter of turning on my thermometer, and we're going to let this get up to temp. We're shooting for about 225 degrees, 230 degrees, even 240 will be fine with me. So see you back in a minute when this grill is ready to go. While we're waiting for the grill to come up to temp, we're going to add some rub. In this case, it's just going to be some black pepper to the steaks. You can use whatever rub or seasoning that you like. Remember, we salted these earlier. That's all there is to it. Alright, we've got the meat on the grill, and I went ahead and put one of these thermometer probes in this steak here just to watch the temp. Again, we're going for about 110 degrees on these, and then at that time we're going to move them over direct heat for the reverse sear. Also have a fillet of some snapper back here. We're going to smoke that, and that's going to turn out awesome as well. So let's get the lid back on, and we're going to watch this over the course of the next 20 to 30 minutes. See how it goes. Alright, I've got a meat temp of about 111 degrees on one of the steaks, so that means it's time for the searing process. First thing I'm going to do is remove the steaks. Because I want to just pat them down with this paper towel. Remove any moisture that's on there. Now, there's not a lot of moisture on these steaks right here, but the idea is you want these steaks to hit that sear as dry as possible and as clean as possible. So it's fine to leave the steaks here for a minute while we get this ready to go. Now I need some surface area to sear all these steaks, so I'm going to go ahead and spread this charcoal out a little bit. And I'm done with this. I don't need my grill temp thermometer anymore, so I'm just going to remove that, get that out of the way. Now, I'm going to let those go about a minute per side. So you want to make sure you've got a timer going. And we're going to flip these every minute. Alright, so we're about 55 seconds. We're going to flip these at the minute mark. And we're just going to keep flipping these every minute until they're done. So depending on how thick the steaks are, how hot your grill is, may take a little longer, a little shorter. So the point is, you can't leave your grill. At this point, you got to stay right here, and you got to watch what's going on. Now I'm moving this grill grate around because ideally, you'd like your grill to be cool when you lay these down. In other words, you don't want to get sear marks on this, right? So you want your grill to be cool when you put these back on here, and that just helps get you a more seared surface area. And we're just doing 1 minute at a time until they're done. Okay, so we've flipped these So that's been done about a few minutes on each side. All right. And now we're going to remove them from the grill. Now with steak, you don't want to let that rest. You pretty much want to cut right into it and eat it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut right into it now. I've got a knife here. Let's check it out. This is looking pretty good. Let's try a piece, shall we? Try this little piece right here. How's it taste? Pretty good? All right.
Let's eat.
Let's eat. Well, as you can plainly see, we devoured this steak because it was awesome. Try this method out for yourself. It may take a little practice, but you know, it's pretty easy. You can do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this video was helpful for you at all, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you have any questions about what we did today, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And I'd like it if you subscribed. That'd be great. We have a lot more videos coming your way. So until next time, I'm Matthew Barlow and this is Barlow Barbecue. Stay smoking.